Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the Chinese style Pumpkin Millet Congee. It is a type of sweet rice soup that is super tasty and can also help you lose weight. Check it out. Hi new friend, this is Erica right here. I'm a Taiwanese citizen currently living in America. Cooking and traveling is my passion, so I'm here to share with you my favorite Asian recipes. On top of that, I also make videos talking about food knowledge and the history background of the dish on this channel, so if that interests you, please subscribe and keep watching. Last week, we shared a Western-style vegan pumpkin soup on this channel, and today I'm going to share with you a Chinese-style pumpkin millet soup that is not only tasty, but also have a lot of health benefit. There are three main ingredients in our congee today, which is millet, pumpkin, and Chinese yam. Pumpkin is low in calorie and high in dietary fiber. It's filling, so you don't need to eat too much, and it also promotes digestion. Millet is a gluten-free whole grain that is high in water content and low in calorie. It is also high in dietary fiber as well, so it could release constipation. The slimy consistency of Chinese yam plays a big part in the protective effect on the digestive organs, also help the digestion and prevent constipation. So simply put, this congee that we're making today is great for your stomach. Not to mention that the mineral and the vitamin content in this congee can help you detoxify your body, prevents diabetes, and lower blood sugar, even though it tastes sweet. It is a great breakfast choice for this fall and winter season. You got all these health benefits by eating these ingredients regardless, but making it tasty is very important as well to me. So without further ado, let me show you how to make this vegan Chinese style pumpkin millet congee. Here are the ingredients that we'll need for today's Chinese pumpkin millet congee. First of all, we have our pumpkin here. You can use whatever pumpkin you want, but today I'm using the sugar pie pumpkin just because I have it in hand. And besides this, we have to have our 100 grams of millet. I'm using the traditional yellow millet, but if you have the other color ones, like I've seen the purple ones before in the market, you can use that as well. And besides our two main ingredients, we'll also need some yam, some rock sugar, and goji berry. If you can't find the goji berry in your supermarket, it might be labeled as Wolfberry as well. And besides this, we'll also need some water, and the exact amount of all the ingredients will be listed in the description box down below. First thing we're doing today is wash our millet. You just want to rinse off the dirt and the impurity on the surface of the millet, but not its nutrients. So just put your millet in the bowl and cover it with water. Gently use your hand to wash the millet real quick, and then rinse it out. When you're done washing it, put it into a bowl and cover it up with the water and let it soak for 10 minutes. Soaking a congee will help it absorb water, and it's not only gonna be easier to cook later, but it will also create a softer and stickier congee. While the millet is soaking, heat up 2 liters of water on the stove and start to peel and chop your pumpkin into 1-inch cube. When that's done, do the same thing to your Chinese yam. The Chinese yam is my personal favorite to add into my congee, and not only adds extra texture to my dish, but also thickening the soup. But if you don't have it in hand, you can skip this part as well. Now when the water starts boiling, you can add in your pre-soaked millet as well as the soaking water. Now cover it up with the lid and turn the heat to high. When you're soaking your millet, there are some water-soluble nutrients leaks into the water, so we don't want to waste that, don't we? Some people like to add in their rice before the water starts boiling. Me personally don't think that's a great idea. Because if you start with cold water, the starch in the millet cannot gelatinize quick enough, which will result in the separation of water and millet and not have the creamy consistency for the broth. And like we mentioned last week, adding your ingredient while the water is boiling is less likely to stick. As soon as it starts boiling, scoop away the bubble and the impurity on top of the broth, and then add in your pumpkin and let it boil aggressively for 10 minutes. When the time's up, you can see that the broth has started to turn a bit thicker, and now you can turn down the heat and let it simmer for 30 minutes. We'll add in a little bit of olive oil to prevent sticking and leave the lid half open to prevent spilling. Making a good congee cannot be rushed or it will not be perfect. Now the time's up. You can see there's a thick layer of gooey thing on top of the soup. That's what we call the rice broin oil, to which it provides healthy, good fat to your body. Studies have shown that consuming this type of unsaturated fat can help your blood cholesterol level, which can decrease your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Now you can see that the congee is cooked to perfection. It's time to add in our Chinese yam. I like to have the yam chunk in my congee to give it some texture, so we'll be adding the yam right now. Turn the heat to medium high and let it boil without the lid for 5 more minutes. Add the yam last and let it boil for only 5 minutes is to keep its crunchy texture. If you prefer a softer yam, you can boil it for 10 minutes, or if you're not adding yam, you can skip this part. Since the congee is thick, we'll have to keep on stirring, or else it will definitely get burnt on the bottom. Be very careful here, you don't want to waste all your effort, right? When that's done, add in the rock sugar and the goji berry, aka the wolfberry. Cook for 1 more minute and done! The vegan Chinese millet pumpkin congee is ready. Wow, I love how the color and the consistency turned out. A well-cooked millet congee, you'll see the millet and the broth are well combined together. Each bite you can taste the creamy broth consistency as well as the soft and well-cooked millet. The yam is soft but yet still a little crunchy on the inside. The pumpkin is completely cooked through that it will melt in your mouth. Even though it is a rice dish, but it's mildly sweet like a dessert. You can have this congee any time of the day, but back home this is normally a breakfast choice. Though if you're eating it for dinner, I recommend serving it with some type of protein for a complete meal. Now, while we're enjoying our Chinese pumpkin millet congee, let's learn how to say it in Chinese. The word of the day today is 南瓜小米粥, pumpkin millet congee. The first 2 characters, pumpkin, 南瓜, we learned last week. And the next 2 characters, 小米, means baby rice, which is millet. And the last character, 粥, means porridge, aka congee. So 南瓜小米粥 is pumpkin millet congee. Thank you for cooking with me to the end. Let me know if you like this recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only gonna take you a second, but it means a lot to me. I make video on YouTube every Thursday, so remember to hit that bell and you'll never miss out. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye!